32-year-old Shannon White has been missing from Kamloops, BC since November 1st, 2021. Her father, Gerald White, lives in Hamilton, Ontario. He says that Shannon was a happy-loving and very outgoing person who had many friends and was a very social person. Shannon was an avid outdoors woman that loved backcountry adventures in her Jeep, and she belonged to a group of fellow backcountry adventurers. The Kamloops Jeep Club members miss her terribly and are desperate for answers. They have held Jeep parades in hopes of raising more awareness for her. Nikki Michon said that it is frightening how easily someone can vanish. She also said that Shannon's story has resonated with people all over Kamloops. The girl next door who simply went to work one morning and never came back. On the day she left for work, her Jeep was spotted shortly after she was expected to have arrived at her job site at 8:30 a.m. The Jeep was seen leaving Kamloops West on Highway 1 for a 45-minute period. Later that day, the Jeep was then traveling north past Raleigh on Highway 5 at about 5:30 p.m. before returning south at 6:15 p.m. By November 10th, Kamloops Search and Rescue and the RCMP were searching for Shannon in the wilderness west of Kamloops off Highway 1 and north of the city off Highway 5, including in the Heffley Creek. Police also searched the Silver Sage trailer court. The connection of Shannon to the trailer court was an ex-boyfriend that friends say Shannon had a tumultuous relationship with. To date, no charges have been laid in connection with her disappearance. Police cleared the trailer court by November 16, 2021. Due to the time of year Shannon vanished, the search was limited due to ice and snow. The search ended on November 21st. Since Shannon vanished, the police now believe that she is a victim of foul play. The RCMP are tight-lipped about suspects. The police stated that the case is open and ongoing, saying that cases don't go cold. They stay open until the person is no longer missing. The following spring, the RCMP had no new information, but with spring's onset, which resulted in the melt-off, the police urged the public to keep their eyes open for any new clues that would assist in the investigation. Multiple searches were organized via social media. Mike Ritzy, a retired paramedic, has been gathering regularly with fellow dog owners in Kamloops, BC. The group of 4 people and 4 dogs has been volunteering for search and recovery and detection. Canines, SRD Canines of BC, a nonprofit organization that conducts search operations for missing individuals in BC. Ritzy is one of the people that are actively looking for Shannon. He says volunteers are hopeful their search will produce results. This volunteer group has conducted over 30 search operations for her across various parts of Kamloops, particularly the northern and western regions and locations she frequented. Randy McLeod, a volunteer and retired paramedic who works with his 3-year-old lab, Mara, says volunteers try to cover all the areas suggested by the police. According to the SRD Canines of BC's website, all 4 search dogs, Ranger, Mara, Rogue, and Stella, have undergone training to search for narcotics and human remains in wilderness areas. In addition to searching for Shannon, the group has also assisted in searching for other missing individuals, including Ryan Stuka, last seen at Sun Peaks Resort in February 2018, Ben Tyner, who has been missing in Merritt since January 2019, and Madison Scott, whose remains were discovered near Vanderhoof. White, Stuka, and Tyner remain under investigation. Shannon's father, Gerald White, cannot come to visit Kamloops regularly, so he has to rely on the volunteer group as his eyes, ears, and feet on the ground. It makes you feel good because you know these dogs can cover way more area than a person can. Just to see what they can do and the skills of the dogs and what they're trained to do is pretty amazing. As the days go by, the pain still lingers through Shannon's family and friends, including her best friend Angela Holzman. No matter how long it goes on without closure, without those answers, the pain is still there. Closure doesn't come until you get the answers you need. There's good days and bad days. When the bad days are there, it's hard. The RCMP's Serious Crimes Unit has been investigating since November 4th of 2021. Shannon White is one that I think bothers me the most to this date, said Sid Leckie, the former officer in charge of the Kamloops RCMP detachment. Our missing persons file of Miss Shannon White continues to be priority. Current Detachment Commander Jeff Paley told the City Community Services Committee meeting. Shannon White is still missing. She was 32 years old and stands 5 feet 5 inches tall and weighs 180 pounds. She has blonde hair, green eyes, and fair skin. She sometimes wears glasses, has a Medusa lip piercing and a tongue piercing, and several large arm tattoos, including a portrait of her dog Buddy. Anyone with any information on Shannon's whereabouts is asked to please inform the Kamloops RCMP at 250-828-3000. Buddy, Shannon's dog, passed away in January 2024.